You're losing money every month, even if you feel like you're doing everything right. It's not one big mistake causing this. It's small leaks quietly draining your money. Most people never notice these leaks, which is exactly why they keep losing money.
Welcome to Upstride, Unity, where smart people learn real strategies, think sharper, and spot opportunities others miss.
Right now, you might be saving regularly, tracking expenses, and avoiding obvious bad decisions. But your money still feels stuck, like it's not growing the way it should.
This is where the real issue starts becoming visible, if you look carefully.
The problem is not always your income. It's how your money slowly leaks away. And this is where things get more serious than most people realize. Because these leaks feel normal, they stay invisible and continue draining your financial progress. Think of your money like water in a container with small holes at the bottom. You keep pouring more in, but the level never rises because it keeps leaking out. This is exactly what's happening to your income every single month without clear awareness. And this is where the opportunity starts, because once you see these leaks, you can fix them. So let's break down the 7 hidden money leaks that are quietly costing you every month.
The first leak is hiding in the place you trust the most, your savings account.
Most people think keeping money in a traditional savings account means they are protecting it. But the reality is completely different once you understand how inflation actually works. Here's what this means in simple terms. Your money is losing value while sitting safely. If your bank pays 1% interest, but inflation is closer to 3%, you lose value. This means your money buys less every year, even though the number looks slightly bigger.
And this is where people lose money without spending a single dollar intentionally.
Opportunity. Let's look at a simple example to understand this clearly. If you keep $10,000 in a low-interest account, you might earn $100 yearly. But if inflation increases prices by $250, you actually lose purchasing power. So even though your balance increased, your real financial position became weaker over time.
And this is where the risk becomes hidden, because everything looks fine on the surface.
But underneath, your money is slowly shrinking in real-world value every single day. The solution here is straightforward, but most people delay it for no good reason. You need to move your savings into high-yield accounts that match or beat inflation rates. This simple shift protects your money instead of quietly letting it lose value over time.
Once you fix this first leak, you stop losing money passively, which already creates a major advantage.
But the next leak is even more dangerous because it feels completely invisible. The second leak is what I call the subscription zombie drain. These are recurring charges that keep taking money without providing real value anymore. Most people forget about them because the payments are small and happen automatically.
This is where companies benefit, because your attention is low and your spending becomes passive.
Recent data shows people often waste over $100 monthly on unused subscriptions. That might not feel significant, but the long-term impact becomes surprisingly large.
If you lose $50 monthly, that becomes $600 every year. And over 10 years, that money could grow into thousands if invested properly.
This is where opportunity turns into loss, because unused services quietly steal your future growth. The fix here requires one simple but intentional action: a subscription audit. You need to review your last few months of transactions and identify every recurring payment. Check your apps, emails, and bank statements to uncover hidden charges you forgot about.
And this is where most people hesitate, because canceling feels like losing convenience.
But the reality is, you are paying for something that is giving you no real value. Once you remove these subscriptions, you immediately recover money that was silently disappearing. Now, the third leak is something most people willingly pay without even questioning it. This is the convenience tax, where you pay extra just to save a small amount of effort.
Food delivery is the easiest example to understand how this works in real life.
A $15 meal quickly turns into $25 after fees and hidden charges.
That's a markup of 25 to 40% for the same exact food. And this is where short-term comfort creates long-term financial damage without clear awareness. If you do this once a week, the yearly cost becomes much larger than expected. You're not just paying for food, you're paying a premium for avoiding small effort.
The solution here is not extreme restriction, but intentional decision-making.
Add simple rules that force you to pause before paying for convenience unnecessarily. For example, if something takes less than 10 minutes, do it yourself instead. This single rule can save you a surprising amount of money over time. You can also remove convenience apps temporarily to create friction in your decision-making process. That extra step gives your brain time to reconsider whether the expense is actually worth it. And this is where control returns, because your spending becomes intentional instead of automatic. Now, the fourth leak is more subtle, because it feels like progress, not a mistake. This is lifestyle creep, where your spending increases every time your income increases.
You earn more, so you upgrade your lifestyle without noticing how quickly costs grow.
Better coffee, nicer dinners, expensive upgrades, all feel justified because you can afford them.
But this is where the trap forms, because your expenses grow at the same speed as your income. That means your savings don't improve, even though you are earning significantly more money.
The solution is to break the automatic link between earning more and spending more.
When your income increases, redirect a portion of that money directly into savings or investments.
If you never see that extra money in your spending account, you won't adjust your lifestyle around it.
This is where the real advantage appears, because your wealth grows instead of your expenses. The fifth leak is a mindset problem that affects how people structure their finances completely.
Most people save whatever is left after spending, which usually ends up being nothing.
This approach makes saving optional, and optional habits rarely stay consistent long-term.
Wealthy individuals use a completely different system that flips this process entirely. They pay themselves first by saving before spending anything else from their income. This ensures their financial future is prioritized instead of treated as an afterthought. The solution is simple but powerful. Automate your savings before your spending begins.
Set up automatic transfers so your money moves into savings immediately after you get paid.
Start small if necessary, because consistency matters more than the size of the initial amount. This is where saving becomes effortless instead of something that depends on willpower.
The sixth leak is caused by how easy it has become to spend money digitally. Saved payment methods remove friction, which makes impulse buying faster and more frequent.
This is exactly how companies design their systems to reduce thinking and increase spending speed.
When buying becomes too easy, your brain doesn't get enough time to question the decision. These small purchases add up quickly, creating a hidden drain that most people underestimate. The solution is to reintroduce friction into your spending process intentionally. Remove saved payment details, so every purchase requires manual effort and conscious decision-making.
Use a waiting rule for non-essential purchases, giving yourself time to evaluate the decision properly.
This delay reduces emotional spending and increases rational thinking before money leaves your account. The final leak is the most dangerous because it affects everything else silently. This is the ignorance tax, where you lose money simply because you are not paying attention.
If you don't know your financial numbers, you cannot control or improve your situation effectively.
This includes your spending, savings, debt levels, and overall financial position. Without awareness, all other leaks continue growing because nothing is being monitored or corrected. The solution is to create a simple weekly check-in with your finances.
Spend 15 minutes reviewing your accounts and tracking your key financial numbers consistently.
This habit alone increases awareness, which naturally improves your decisions over time.
And this is where everything connects, because awareness turns hidden problems into visible opportunities. So now you can clearly see the pattern behind why money keeps leaking every month. It's not one big mistake. It's small habits repeating without awareness or control. Once you identify these leaks, you can stop the loss and redirect that money toward growth. And this is where the real shift happens, because your money starts working for you instead.
Subscribe to Upstride if you want real strategies, sharper thinking, and opportunities most people miss.